Hi, good morning, Internet. So we're going to show you Almeria today. It's early, it's Wednesday, it shouldn't be anything odd about the day. First, I'm going to stop by the car wash. And if you get interrupted by really deep, kind of divine sounding voices, because I'm jumping on and narrating some of the things where the audio is too bad. All right, let's get this heap ton of dust washed.
All right, just jumping on to introduce myself as the narrator and to explain that whenever I'm in the car, you're not going to hear audio because I was listening to the radio and I'd rather not everybody know what I was listening to. That sounds awful, except as a Mennonite, where people eat meat offered to idols and others don't, it's good not to advertise your shopping list. So enjoy the video. All right, so the first bit of clarification is stuff that you're not going to see in this video, and the biggest thing is going to be the castle, because I've already done a video on the castle and a link in the description and all that stuff. But as you come through the tunnel, coming from the west, as you come through this tunnel, boom, you see the castle, except the camera is so far away you can't actually see it. I promise the view is much better without a GoPro. All right, also just a note to say that driving in Almeria is absolutely insane. If you haven't done it before, or if you don't know exactly where you're going, it's best to avoid it if possible. If not, you have to really have it together and be watching everything at all times, because it's nuts and it's not always clear. I was lucky enough this time to have everything work out, the lights worked out, the pedestrians weren't stupid, and made it right into my parking garage. Also, I'm fully aware that at this point we've verged into like a tourist helpful tips thing, but it is tight in these parking garages. So I realize now why everybody has small cars, because it is nuts. What I usually do is just forget the top level. If you're not there crazy early, just abandon all hope of the level that I'm on and go right down to the second level. If you get there from like 9 to 10 o'clock, the bottom level should be completely fine, and it's a lot easier. It's also a lot easier to get mugged, so be on the watch out for that.
Alright, so I'm gonna usually want to park in the parking garage that's right under the Central Market, because then you come out of these tubular things here, right? And bam, the Central Market is right there. And the foot traffic touristy stuff is all gonna be in decent walking distance of this Central Market. This hat store here is one of my favorite things. Not that I buy anything, I just think a hat store is, you know, it's pretty cool. So I don't want to film in the market because I'm nervous about it. I don't know what people's general sentiment is about filming in the market, but it's really cool. Think Lancaster a little bit. It's got that same vibe, same size, same stall structure-ish. So, you know, it's not bad. And also, if you go downstairs, you have the fish place, and that place reeks like mad. I'm gonna slowly lower it like I'm turning it off. Alright, I didn't film much in there because farmers markets seem a bit to be like a sanctuary of sorts. A bunch of butchers and bakers don't get appreciated. I got this, which is basically chunks of jamon serrano. Fry that with some eggs, eat it plain, high in salt, but so good. Also, if you get to Almeria before 10 o'clock, it is all going to be shut down. The farmers market tends to open earlier for some reason, but I'm not exactly sure why. Their punctuality seems to be not flawed. They just don't get started that early. Alright, so I'm out here at Picasso. It's right down the street from the Central Market, and best bookstore in the city that I've found so far. But it has hours that are very typical of Spain. Alright, you open at 10, you close at 2 until 5 o'clock, and then you're open at 9. Why? I have no idea. Also, being totally closed on Saturday evening is a thing as well. I don't know why. Super annoying, but I mean, it seems to work for them. So what you gonna do? It's also shaded because the buildings are tall, the streets are narrow, and we are going to find the walking path. So what I'm trying to get you guys to is the Cathedral. I don't actually know how to get to the Cathedral, except that when you come out of the market, you go west, and you hit it eventually. I guess it's such a big thing. I don't know. So we're gonna go find it. So I'll give you this. Almeria has a little bit more of an earthy feel compared to some of the Spanish cities that I've been in, but you know, it's not in a bad place. Also, you have tons of these in little squares here. You walk and you'll find one, and this one has light, sun, etc. in a bunch of different languages. I recognize it, I knew it existed, but I could not have told you how to get there. Also, Spain, if you're listening, your street signs are whack. Like, how in the world are you supposed to see that? All right, there is a green tourist sign up there, so let's see what that says. Cathedral to the left. Left it is. So there's that sign. I just rounded the corner and boom! There it is. Big palm tree square. Almeria is definitely a much more peaceful tourist destination. I think there's a picture of Game of Thrones fans, or no, stars, sitting at that cafe down there. Oh, it's the phrase. The good shepherd lays down his life for sheep. Ba-ba-da-ba. He died right in the cusp of the Civil War, it looks like. There's a lot. Oh, it scared the daylights out of me. Woo! I jumped. One of the more tragic things about this cathedral is that the statuary. So I presume that that is one of the more better formed lion heads, right? And let's just say they were all the same. But look at this. That's what hundreds of years of people rubbing against it will do to it. And look, some muppet is stuck gum against it. Like, I guess I'm getting old, but man, come on. Oh, hey, also, you can see the castle up that way. Yay! From here, it's not a far walk to the castle, but if you're walking from the Central Market to the castle and back again, you can do it, but it's a little bit of a chore. Also, as of now, the entrance to tour the cathedral, it costs $5, euros, I think, is obscurely on this side. So basically, get here at 10 is when the hours, according to that sign, open, and just walk around the building until you find the entrance. It's not that big of a building, and you'll be fine. But it changes. Like, I've been here for years, and you go to these different tourist places, and the entrance changes, the course you take while touring it changes. It can be a mess. All right, I'm gonna head back to the city center part now. Stores are starting to open. I'll poke around for a bit. So that bench right there by the fountain, I wrote most of my grandfather's eulogy on that bench. Oh, there's that cathedral door is open. Looks like it's mass, so we're gonna stay away from that. It's not uncommon to see beggars around cathedrals. All right, so, oh, that's neat. So it's important to note the difference between a cathedral and the cathedral. This is a cathedral, very nice. We crashed a wedding in there once. Also, I don't know the official policies or whatnot, but I'm dubbing this, whenever I think of Almeria, this bit of graffiti will always be in my mind. I don't know who the artist is, but back in the day, a couple years ago, that little man was everywhere. And so now, whenever I see it, it has some fond memories. Also, I don't know if these stores that we have here, if they're mom and so loud. I don't know if they're mom and pop stores or if they're chains, but they're so small little tiendas that, you know, it's hard to figure out what's what. All right, so when I speak of left and right, if you're facing the coast, right? Right takes you to the old section, left takes you to the new section. What is this? ¿Hay una fiesta o algo?
Fiesta.
¿De qué?
Feria.
La fiesta mayor de Almería.
¿Cada año?
Sí, cada año es la fecha.
All right, empieza...
El 16 de agosto.
All right, so apparently the fair is starting at some point. That's neat. In 2 days, he said. What is today, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, Friday would do it. Check this out. It's an olive tree in the middle of the city. It's not the first big old tree that I've seen in the city, but that is an olive tree. Look at that. So this usually says the city of Almeria, of the brigade, of the legion, day of the force, armed forces. Something like that. 8/6/1996. Alright, that tree's been planted before 96. It had to be. I don't know. What do I know? I'm actually up from the market a little bit right now, and it's a nice part of the city. It's actually a modern part where it looks like people exist happily, which is always, you know, it's not in the forbidden section. It's not on the other side of the boulevard. It's up from the central market. But that's basically it for Almeria. You have the cafe culture, the restaurants, the castle cathedral, the castle and the cathedral. And other than that, it's just walking around the fun European shops and whatnot. Almeria does have a beach in the city. It's that way, on the other side of the bus station. It's a pain to get to. I presume it's a pain to park, and I presume it's packed out. If you're coming to the beaches, go to a different beach outside of Almeria. It's on the coast. There are beaches everywhere. It's not worth coming here in the inner city for the beach. That's just my opinion. I hope it's cold and not just like bath water. All right, temperature is Luke cold. Salt content non-existent. Don't taste chlorine either. I don't know where that comes from. All right, let's see what you guys can see here. This is the main boulevard right here. I parked in this one, and the fun stuff is going to be basically in this square. Not even that, like right there-ish. Now, obviously, there's a huge other section of the city, and legend has it, somewhere up there is a Taco Bell. I haven't been to Taco Bell in...
So, behold my weakness. I was talking about Taco Bell, and I just decided to, let's go for it. I had to leave, get in the car, go out to the highway, and come back in the city the other side, because it's built on the outskirts of the city. So these old cities, you have your old part, and then they expand outward, and the farther out you go, the newer it gets. And Almeria is no exception. And so on the edge of the city is this massive, I say massive, it's big, it's nice, and it's modern. And in there somewhere was a Taco Bell. So it's off genre for this video, but I'm just tagging it on to show you that Almeria is not just all old buildings. If you want your Taco Bell in your modern air conditioning mall, you can have it. And so I'll throw a little bit of B-roll, and then that'll be the end of this video. But thank you guys for sticking around. Like, subscribe, and share if you want to see more random videos. Still working on the technical side. This video was quite awful. The camera was sometimes 2 inches from my face, but you know. Also, I know at some point it's gotta get a little childish or at least old, but the language barrier or differences is just absolutely fantastic whenever you're in a foreign country and they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but if you ever wanted to do some shopping, that's the mall for you. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here.